Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to part 19 on CMS blogging system. And guys, in this video, we would be going ahead and we would be creating a tiny MVC boilerplate. So what exactly we would be trying to do is, to create a kind of a loader that will let us go ahead and, run our themes on the index page. So like this is the index page I have. So what I want is I should be able to control everything from this particular page. Like let's say if I have the theme called portfolio activated, probably here's the themes folder. So I don't want to, render the pages inside this theme something like this, a portfolio slash index.php. No, I don't want to do that. What I want is I'm only going to run this particular file that's index.php, and I'm able to take control of every single, functionality inside that particular theme. So for that, we're going to create a very tiny loader. And guys, before we get started, let me tell you one thing. In order to continue what I would be teaching you in this video or might be in the coming videos, you need to have some very basic knowledge on what classes are and how functions run in PHP. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and I have a applications folder that is actually empty right now. And out here, guys, I'm gonna create three files. The very first one gonna be a controller.php, okay, and the next one gonna be a load.php, and third one gonna be a model.php. And guys, in most cases, you will see something's called views as well, but we don't have to create any view file or any view folder because for us our views gonna be our themes. Okay, so I'm gonna open all these three files out here, and inside my index.php file I'm just gonna include them. So I'm gonna say php include once controller.php, probably I have to say applications slash controller.php. Okay, copy, and here I'm going to say load.php and model.php. Okay, so these are the three files we need to get started and to create our very basic loader. Out here, I'm going to say PHP with a class called controller. Okay, guys, what this particular class gonna do is it actually gonna control every single thing that we're gonna write inside our load and inside our model.php file. Okay, so very first I'm gonna create two public variables. The very first one gonna be a public load, okay, and the second one gonna be a public model. Okay, then here I'm going to create a new function construct, and again, if you have no idea what construct function is, then let me tell you guys, every time you're going to create an instance of this particular class, the very first method that's going to run would be this your construct method. Okay, so I'm going to say construct and like this. Very first I'm going to say $this load. So this load is actually a reference to the variable we created out here on the top. And guys, you cannot use the reference like this. If you're gonna do it like this, then you won't be able to use this variable outside of this particular function. And if you want to use this variable outside of this particular function as well, then you will have to do something like $this load. Okay, gonna be a new instance of class load that we're gonna create later, and this one gonna be this $model, gonna be a new instance of class model. So out here I'm gonna say PHP create a class called load, and here PHP create a class called model. Okay, I believe that's all. And guys, now I'm gonna create one more function. I'm gonna call this one to init, and here I'm gonna say probably very first I'm gonna say $this init. Now I'm gonna create a very first function inside this particular class called load. So I'm gonna say function get themes. Okay, or what, probably say get files. Okay, and here I'm gonna say file name, and here I'm gonna say f asset $file name, then go ahead include once $file name. Okay. So what this particular function gonna do for us is every time we're gonna run this function, we're gonna pass a parameter that's gonna be the reference to a file. And if that particular file exists, probably we can say file exists. It's gonna include that particular file for us. That's all we need from this particular load class and the very first method inside it. Now guys, everything will be controlled from this particular controller class. So very first thing I'm gonna say is $this load, let's say get files, and let's say our themes folder. And for now I'm gonna hard code in my folder name, that's portfolio here. Okay, but later we're gonna write a model and we're gonna find the activated theme. But for now I'm just gonna hard code in. So I'm gonna say portfolio / index.php. Okay, and I believe that's all we need from here. Yeah. So guys, go ahead, run this file, and let's see, do we have any errors? No, we don't have any errors so far. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a file here called index.php, and I'm gonna start very basic HTML markup, and then I'm gonna say is let's say an h2 tag. Let me say hey. Okay, come back, refresh. Okay, nothing here. So that means we have some problem out here in the controller, and let me check out what the problem is. So let's say load a file exists $file name, include once $file name, and here I say team / portfolio / index.php. If I'll go back to index, okay. Actually, we will have to create an instance of this class as well. So I'm gonna say new controller. Okay, refresh, and here it says hey. So guys, you will notice right now we are out here on index.php file, and this particular hey is not inside this index file. So if I'll open this, see, we have some PHP out here, and if I'll go to themes, I'll go to portfolio, I have this particular hey inside this file. So for now, what I'm doing is I'm just hard coding in the portfolio folder name, but we don't have to do that later. We can probably write a model for it, and we can grab the activated theme from our table called site meta from here, and we can just pass in the variable while running this particular init function. And guys, next thing would be this is only for the index page. Now we will have some different pages if I want to get something after selecting a category, if I want to see a particular post, and also if I want to source something. So these gonna be some different pages, and every time we cannot pass in the index.php file. So for that, what we can do is I can create one more function, and I'm gonna say let me say render files. Okay, and here I'm gonna say URL reference. Okay, and make this particular thing to null. So I'm gonna say null because it's not required every time. And then I'm gonna say f is set $URL reference. Okay, then go ahead and make a check. Very first I'm gonna say if URL reference is equals to post. Okay, then go ahead and do something. Probably I'm gonna say $file name gonna be equals to single.php. Then I'm gonna say else if $URL reference is equals to category. $file name gonna be equals to category.php, and here I'm gonna say else if $URL reference is equals to search. Then I'm gonna say $file name gonna be equals to search.php. And guys, out here I can say else, like if we don't have this particular variable set while calling this function, then I'm gonna say the file name gonna be equals to index.php. Okay. So let me tell you what exactly I'm trying to do. While running this particular function render files, I'm gonna make a check query first. I'm gonna say if is set $server query string. Okay, that's an inbuilt PHP function that you can read more about it on php.net. And here I'm gonna say and $server query string is probably not equal to no. That means we do have something inside it, like this. Then I'm gonna say $file name gonna be explode with a equals to sign $server. So I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it here, and then I'm gonna actually run this function. I'm gonna say include file gonna be equals to $this render files $file name 0. Okay, or probably like this, and then I'm gonna say else copy this from here. Okay guys, so then what I'm gonna do is, and out here, instead of saying index.php like a static file name, I'm gonna say this particular variable come back, and let's see whether we do have any errors or not. We have. I was sure about it. It says permission denied on line number 9. Okay, let me check it out. What's the problem? Okay, if I come here to the bottom, that's fine. That's okay. I have to return the file name because every function will return something. So refresh here. It says, hey, let me say, let's say post 1. It does not do anything because we want to include a single .php file, and we don't have that file out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create single .php. Now let me say HTML, and here let me say paragraph tag saying you are under single.php. Come back, refresh. Here it says you are under single.php file. So guys, you can notice that we are able to do everything from one file, that's index.php. And guys, that's a very simple way to write a loader. If you guys want, you can make it more complex if you want to make a very awesome application. And probably we can write a couple of functions inside our model class to abstract something from the database. But for now, this is all I want to show you guys. In the next video, we're gonna start getting with some more complex stuff. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.